Hello everyone, my name is Clumsy. Today I wanted to do another episode of What Will I Get? And today I am focusing on my heavy gunner who needs a little bit better cremator. So I got a bunch of them ready to go. Um, and we're gonna roll about 20 of them and see what we get. My best cremator right now, the Burninator, happens to be anti-armor, damage while aiming, and faster movement speed. I'm actually looking for something maybe like aristocrats or um, mutants, executioners, but I primarily would like to get that's hit chance on it, and then maybe for the third star, um, I don't know, breaks slower, faster reload, something more relevant than faster movement speed while aiming, because I don't really need that. So we're just going to roll and see what we get here. This one is not bad at all, but I do want to see if I can get something a little bit more refined. And I have a ton of cores and modules saved, so we're going to roll these up and see what will I get. So let's get into it here. Okay, so we're just going to get right into... So we got the Hunters. Hunters isn't great. It's just going to move on from there. Juggernauts, again, not something we're looking for. Exterminators, same thing. I don't like any of the ones that focus just primarily on one specific weapon or enemy type. Suppressors, no, we don't need that. We don't need something that is supposed to be doing the damage of reducing the damage of something while we're firing it. That's not helpful. Zealots, yeah, same thing. It's not helpful. Exterminators, okay, we're getting a lot of the same ones here. Medics, yeah, this is not really a medic's weapon, so we're gonna keep going. Vampires, bash damage, and reduced weight. Not bad. I don't have a vampires one, so that would be one of the ones I would like to have. We will keep seeing if we can improve those rolls. Zealots again. Just gonna keep moving on through here. Zealots again. Aristocrats bash damage. So aristocrats not bad because it give me 50% extra damage. Uh, the bash damage isn't necessary, and neither is the agility. So we're gonna keep going here. Assassins bat hit chance bonus VATS crit charge. This would probably be the perfect roll if it wasn't assassins. I think I would want the VATS crit charge on this as my last star because it doesn't break very slowly. So let's see if we can keep going and get that type of 2 and 3 star roll on something better. Juggernaut's weapon speed. No, not necessary. Mutant Slayers, again, it only applies to super mutants, so we're not looking at that. Quad crit damage, damage resistance while reloading. That's not a bad one. The problem is I don't really need this one reloads so fast. I don't really think a quad is necessary. Um, when I play with this, I'm the type of person who will um shoot this thing and then let the dot do the damage because it takes 12 seconds for it to hit. So, and that's where the majority of the damage comes from. So I'm not gonna just keep spamming this thing over and over and over again. So, excuse me. Let's see how many we have left. Well, we still have quite a few left. Okay, suppressors. Again, I don't really think that the damage reduction on the things that you hit is really a useful trait. And I don't really care for limb damage on this weapon because it matters what you hit initially, not it doesn't encompass everything. There's a blast radius to this thing, but it doesn't count as hitting everything. So Okay, Berserkers. My character is in power armor, so that's not going to do anything. Um, the last round might be something where if I made the tank the smallest, it might be useful, but I don't know. Gourmands. Gourmands would probably be another one I wouldn't mind since I do keep my hunger levels up most of the time. But yeah, not quite there. Bash damage is not necessary. Got another quad, crit, faster movement speed. Again, that's not a very bad one at all. Um, Crit damage helps. So, got a couple more here. Executioner's weapon speed and perception. So I will probably keep this one because I do want to see how it does once the target hits 40% health. I think this would be really good against bosses like maybe Earl. Weapon speed is not bad, you know. I don't really, like I said, I don't really intend on shooting this thing quickly, but if it's taking out enemies and I'm using like Gun Fu and it's changing targets, that will probably help me just get this thing emptied quicker. And the perception never hurts, so it's not the best. Let's keep going here. Anti-armor, damage while aiming, and reduced weight. This is very similar to the one that I currently have. Um, the weight reduction is probably a little bit better than the damage speed, so this would probably replace the current one I have. But let's see, we got a couple rolls left here. Executioner's last round and invisibility. Um, Maybe. I don't, again, not a god roll, and so might just be something I might test out. And one more Executioner's AP per kill, 90% weight. This is actually a pretty good one. This is probably the Executioner's one I would want to try and like hold on to for now. Just because the weight reduction, the replenish the AP. If you kill like 5 things or 4 things in a hit, you're gonna get 15 per. So you can keep your AP pretty refreshed by killing multiple enemies in a group. So, and I do want to try the damage, like the mass damage. So, um, that one was not too bad. As a matter of fact, I kind of want to test. Is this the one? That's the weapon speed. This one. Let's go. Let's go. Where can we find some concentration of enemies that are a little bit tanky? Why don't we go to let's just go to West Tech real quick. I gotta change my build back. And we'll just you know what? Let's go to Huntersville. Huntersville has a lot of enemies all outside. And let's see if we'll do a little bit of each of those real quick and see how this works. I want to kind of see, does the initial hit do enough damage to kind of get them close to being half health? And then once they're at, or 40% health, and once they're at 40% health, how does that increase the tick of this thing dramatically? So let's give ourselves a little bit of food buffs here. Kind of a little bit of everything that I keep. And this isn't modified right now. I haven't put the extra barrels on or anything. So we're just going to see how it rolls just right out the bat here. Let's aim for the torso. Oh, maybe we should have okay, so let's take this let's check this last hit here. So it does look like it's going down more. Okay, that was significantly better. I hit that guy dead on, and he just melted. Look at that. Okay, let's try. Let's see what this happens here. We don't have the slow bird mod yet on, but let's see what happens here. So it should be taking a lot more. Not really seeing that tick down too much. Let's finish off just these guys real quick. Let's compare it to this one. Okay, so there's no... This one is fully modded. Let's go back to the workbench and let's give it a shot. And then we'll go to... why don't we just go to, like, West Tech real quick. Here, let's just go and head back over to the White Springs. We'll deck this sucker out and we will see if the extra barrels should give it significantly more damage. All right. Okay, let's find that one. Okay, so let's change. Let's go with the blue so we know the difference. Let's go with the multi-shot barrel because it'll hit multiple things better. We'll go with the huge tank. Let's put the Rip Daring paint on it. And let's put the slow burning mod on it. Okay, and then let's change back. And let's jump back in the power armor. And let's see if this is worth using or it's not. So why don't we find that in the list here again, which it's that one. Let's favorite it. And let's go check it out. So, unfortunately, this has to get down to 40% health before it makes any use. So we'll hit a couple of these outside ones, and then we'll go check out some super mutant behemoths and see how those do. And we'll go check out maybe like a Mirelurk Queen. We'll do a really quick test on these, and see how they do. So let's do a test where we hit with this one, and let's just see if it jumps. So it doesn't seem to appear that the bleeding kind of changes the damage. But let's compare. Here's the anti-armor one. So it appears to be the same speed. So the anti-armor one, though, appears to... The initial hit just seems to maybe do a little bit more. Here. Let's hit this. These are only level 60, though. So let's go... there's a level 100 over here. Let's heal up so that we're not affected by adrenal reaction. Okay, that level 60. And that is... It doesn't seem like the damage from executioners is affecting the bleed damage much, if anything. And neither does the anti-armor. So why don't we compare a Aristocrats to an anti-armor, and let's go have a talk with the behemoth. And again, this one isn't modified, but I would like to just see how it goes. Let's put that one on the hotbar. Let's go between that one and that one. Okay, so that's the aristocrats. And that's done. Okay, and that's the anti-armor slow burn. Let's hit this again. I want to see. Doesn't appear to be doing very much to him. Yeah, so the burn doesn't really seem to be affected maybe by that. Um, let's go mod this one up. And let's go take a look at, let's go to one more behemoth and take a look. Or let's go to the super mutant, sorry, not a super mutant queen, a Mirelurk queen. Should get the absolute full benefit from hitting them because I am at the cap limit for aristocrats. Now, of course, the best one is bloodied. Um, I just don't really use bloody because this character is full health, and I have found that using a bloody cremator and getting hit, you're gonna die. You're gonna die really quick. So, it's not a slow burn. It's a quick burn. So I try not to use that one, just because sometimes I get a little bit trigger happy with this thing. Let's see. Let's go with the huge propellant take again. Let's change that to the peppers, and then let's go with the slow burning tank again. So, and let's make sure, let's get that one equipped. Let's jump back in and let's change our build back, and let's go find a Mirelurk Queen and see how it does. This isn't really what I would consider something you'd want to use on a enemy with a huge amount of hit points, unless you're kind of just helping other people, because it's one of those things where you hit it, you wait the 12 seconds for the burn to apply, and then you reapply it. So maybe if you're changing weapons, which I don't really do a lot with this, that's why I think you see a lot of people just spam the hit on this thing, and that's where I think the multi-barrel hits work better with that, because you're going to be able to get more than one impact on them, and with things like demo expert, you're going to do a lot more damage. See, we're seeing. Let's see how long. Oh, this is only a level 60. Well, that should finish that guy off. Okay, we got another king coming, and this one is the anti-armor. But that one definitely is definitely not doing the same work. So let's hit this one. That's the aristocrats. Okay, let's keep an eye on its health here. Okay, and let's change back to... It just doesn't seem to tick as fast. Okay, let's wake up the queen. Okay, let's hit the queen. and let's kind of watch this. We'll just, it doesn't seem to know that we're here. And that is a very slow dot on this very big queen. And that's done. Let's hit it with the anti-armor. Anti-armor seems to be probably about the same. Let's go back. Here, let's cheat a little bit. Let's hit it where it doesn't really have a good chance at hitting us. It's not really doing a lot to it, is it? Let's hit a crit. Okay, and let's switch over to the anti-armor. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it definitely survives quite a bit. So I think in some cases the aristocrats might be hitting a little bit harder. Um, let's go compare the aristocrats with the executioners at the end. This thing should be able to tell us for sure if the dot does more damage after the 40%, because this thing just seems to have such a high resistance to such a high health pool. We should be able to see that a lot easier. Okay, so let's equip that one, and let's equip the not the exterminators. We want the executioners. So let's get that one, and then this one. Okay, so let's start off with the aristocrats. Let's see if we can wake her up right away. Let's just take these guys out really quick. And then let's hit this queen. Now she's gonna have be even beefier. Okay, so that's the aristocrats. And let's just hit her until that kind of stops. I don't see that going anywhere else anymore. Let's see what we... Yeah. Okay, let's take out the surrounding trash. Okay, let's go with... let's take its life down with the... Let's just get it to the 50% here. Oop. Get rid of this guy. Okay, we're pretty close. Okay, let's hit it. And it just doesn't seem to be... Here, let's go... Maybe it's something to do with the splash not hitting it. It's just not doing a lot. Very, very, very... Yeah, not very good at all. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. It doesn't... Mirelurk doesn't even want to confront us here. It's incredibly... maybe he has just a huge, like, burn resistance? we're getting there. It stopped. And that was the anti-armor again. Yeah, so overall, uh, it's kind of hard to tell. It almost seems like the anti-armor one is still just fine. Um, I don't see any of those things actually affecting the damage of the dot. I didn't even see the aristocrats. I wish that there was a way to actually tell what the damage of the dot is by seeing a number on it, but I'm not convinced that any of the prefixes on these weapons do any better damage over time. I mean, aristocrats, executioners, anti-armor, they all seem to tick at the same speed for the same amount. So, with that particular case study, I think I'm probably going to stick with the anti-armor for now. Maybe use the new anti-armor one I got and go from there. But I do thank you all for staying. If you stayed this long for the What Will I Get? I will be doing some Hellcat power armor rolls on another character very soon. And I will probably be doing some bows after that on another character. So stick around for that. I will be doing those very soon, probably sometime this week. And till next time, if you enjoyed watching this content, please leave a like and a subscribe. And I will see you in the wasteland, my friends. Have a good day. Bye bye.